From Awakening to Awareness, a conversation with Eric Dubay by John Doe. Eric, it's a real honor to speak with you. Your work was instrumental in my own awakening to the truth about our world, and I know countless others feel the same.
Hey, Honor.
Today I want to explore
That
your
was a
journey,
nightmare, man.
your insights, and where the movement goes from here.
Absolutely. It took like
Excellent.
5 minutes to
Sounds
turn
good.
off.
Thank you.
Can you take us back to your own awakening? What first opened your eyes to the possibility that we weren't living on a spinning ball? Were there any people or works that were influential during this process?
Absolutely. Growing up, I received the typical American public school education, including what I would now call the typical heliocentric globe indoctrination. When first introduced to the concept of a spinning spherical Earth suspended in space, I distinctly remember raising my hand in class and asking the teacher how it was possible.
Yeah, that does actually do the job. Honor, I've done that before. When it starts doing that, I just switch it off. When I switch it back on, it's normally all right again. But why does it do it in the first place? That's what I want to know.
Possible that everything and everyone didn't just go flying or falling off the ball. The idea that people
Back
could
in a
be
sec, guys.
standing stuck 360 degrees around a giant spinning ball just seemed ridiculous to my common sense. The horizon was always flat any time I observed it, and the world never felt like it was moving whatsoever. The teacher's one-word answer, which was meant to somehow supersede my own common sense and lived experience of the world, was gravity. A mysterious force, strong enough to hold the world's oceans, buildings, and people, tightly stuck 360 degrees around a spinning ball, but weak enough to allow birds, bugs, smoke, and helium balloons to rise and fly around with ease. The explanation never made much sense to me then.
Yeah, the reason why I don't normally do that on is because I've got to go through the whole process of setting it all back up, all the OBS and all that. But it ain't. I suppose if it gets rid of it and it ain't too much time, I'll probably start doing that in future.
I would retain a nagging doubt about the entire heliocentric globe model into my 20s, when my curiosity got me searching online and off for everything I could find
Smart
about
meters, not kick smart.
geocentricity and flat Earth. Once I sussed
I nearly
out
kicked the crap out of it
disintegration
early.
the flat Earth
I nearly just picked it up and put it in the bin. I was so close.
Society, I managed to find many legitimate, mind-blowing, and paradigm-shattering books written by flat earthers starting in the mid-1800s, and reading these books is what sealed the deal for me personally. Some of the books and authors I read and recommend are Earth Not a Globe by Samuel Robotham, Zetetic Cosmogony by Thomas Winship, Terra Firma by David Wardlaw Scott, 100 Proofs Earth is Not a Globe by William Carpenter, Does Earth Rotate? No by William Edgell, Heaven and Earth by Gabrielle Henriette, Kings Dethroned by Gerard Hickson, The Enlightenment of the World by John Abizade, and too many more to list, but I've made most of them into PDFs and audiobooks, which you can access free at ericdubay.com.
Out of all the evidence you have researched and shared, which three do you personally find the most undeniable?
I'd say the first undeniable proof that Earth is not a spinning ball lies in the natural physics of water.
I love
All
Irish
bodies of
screwdrivers.
standing water, from bathtubs and pools to ponds and
Hey,
lakes,
Super,
are
welcome in.
perfectly level.
Oh, no, you are. I
showing
see you.
no
You
deviation
come in
height
second,
at
Super.
any
I'm
point
not talking
from
about.
one end to the other. Water molecules are physically unable to stack
Try a
upon
test.
themselves,
Nah,
and therefore it's physically
I
impossible
only got about an
for
hour and
standing
15.
bodies of water to show convexity or any shape whatsoever upon their surface. The globe model defies this demonstrable physical property of water by claiming Earth's rivers, ponds, lakes, and oceans are all somehow curving themselves around a ball. The second undeniable proof that Earth is not a spinning
Hold on,
ball.
what was that first undeniable proof? Is it the physics of water?
That Earth is not a spinning ball lies in the natural physics of water.
Oh,
All bodies of
the number
standing
one proof is the physics of water. Thank you, Eric.
water, from bathtubs and pools to ponds and lakes, are perfectly level, showing no deviation in height at any
Just like this. Glass of water, a bowl, swimming pool, lake, super lake, sea. Super lake, sea. They all contained flat bodies of water, even the sea. And then they present this to us, which is the complete opposite to all this. Ah, beautiful.
Any point from one end to the other. Water molecules are physically unable to stack upon themselves, and therefore it's physically impossible for standing bodies of water to show convexity or any shape whatsoever.
I say exactly the same thing. I say water can't support itself. Eric's saying it doesn't stack up on itself. It's the same thing. It can't do that. The physics don't allow it.
Upon their surface. The globe model defies this demonstrable physical property of water by claiming Earth's rivers, ponds, lakes, and oceans are all somehow curving themselves around a ball. The second undeniable proof that Earth is not a spinning ball is the horizontal horizon, seen from sea level, outside your plane window, and as high as amateur rockets and balloons can reach. The horizon remains flat, 360 degrees around, no matter how high we ascend, and rises to the eye level of the observer. If Earth was a globe, and the horizon was the physical curvature of that globe, as we're taught, the horizon would not rise along with you as you climbed in altitude, but rather would by necessity remain fixed and fall far below eye level the higher you rose. The third undeniable proof is long-distance photography and observations. If the Earth is really a globe 24,900 miles in circumference,
2 and 3 could be switched for me, but they're still very important.
As they claim, there's an observable, measurable amount of curvature that must be present. In just 3 miles, there should already be 6 feet of curvature, and the numbers grow exponentially from there, as you can find by inputting your observer height and target height and distance into any curvature calculator. The vast distances that lighthouse lights can be seen at sea, distant mountains can be seen on clear days, and the hundreds
Don't worry, Scotty, I'll be catching up to you soon.
of miles of
I ain't got that long, Scotty, so.
horizon that can be seen at high altitudes completely destroy the myth that the Earth is an 8,000-mile diameter ball.
You've done deep dives into NASA and other institutions. What do you believe is the real reason for hiding the truth about our Earth?
Firstly, it should be noted that NASA and other government space programs are funded by money taken from the pockets of taxpayers in their respective countries. In other words, these government space agencies are annually freely receiving billions of dollars that their populations are forced to pay them. NASA alone receives around $24 billion of American taxpayer money every year, which amounts to over $65 million every single day. That makes NASA and other government space agencies among the biggest.
$65 million a day to keep a lie going. Wow, that is absolutely insane. 65 mil a day it costs them for this lie.
Black budget black holes in existence, sucking in trillions of dollars over the decades, just to give us a bunch of rockets launched into the ocean and CGI cartoons on television. Beyond simply being a productive moneymaker, however, the entire concept of outer space, along with the globe Earth and the so-called Big Bang, has created and promoted a nihilistic, materialist worldview where any idea of God or intelligent design is removed and replaced with random, haphazard coincidence. Instead of humans being purposefully created by a purposeful creator, instead of Earth being intelligently designed by an intelligent designer, we're told that life,
Forever
nature,
lovers.
and
What a
everything
gay
else
picture.
was all brought into existence for nothing and by accident. This anti-God, anti-spiritual, materialist theory of evolution is taught as gospel truth in schools worldwide and has been staunchly protected by the infallibility of science for over 150 years. Children are taught that we came from nothing for no reason, and that one day in the future, the sun will burn up, killing us all, and destroying everything we built. This fatalistic, nihilistic, materialist creation and destruction story has fabricated a veritable atheistic religion that masquerades as scientific truth. Such an atheistic, nihilistic, materialist paradigm spiritually crushes the believer, while simultaneously bolstering and emboldening their egos, because if they have no higher purpose, everyone is just an accident, and everything will end when the sun burns up, the only thing that really matters in life is hedonistic pleasure and consumption. This then becomes fertile ground for further deceptions, as people uprooted from their true beginnings and given false bearings can be led anywhere.
Which map of the flat Earth resonates most with you between the Gleason map all
None of
flat
them.
Earthers know and the vibes of
For
coast?
me, none of them. None of them. It's just imagination, all of them. We don't know the full dimensions of this
Most
place.
plasma
That's
moon
the end of. That's the real truth.
map.
Nobody knows.
Rather than promoting any particular map or model of the flat Earth, I've always pushed for full, independent exploration so that we can go and see for ourselves. Many maps show extra.
Well, that's been pushed for a long time. In fact, we've got to give Dell props for that. Actually, it was Dell that was pushing that. If I recall, first, before I think Dell come up with that full exploration way back in the day, right? That was way back in the day, and that was building up actually up to 2020. It was actually gathering a bit of momentum, and then suddenly all the borders got shut down and no one was allowed to travel. Which is an interesting timeline if you think about it. It's quite. I'm not saying that's why they did it. I'm just saying it's interesting. And yeah, Eric's been pushing that. I mean, yeah, a lot of flat. We was pushing it as well with full exploration. Leo as well. Yeah, it's a good.
lands beyond Antarctica with more continents and oceans. But
It's a
until the
good way.
Antarctic
That's what we
Treaty is
should really be
abolished
thinking.
and our natural
about
right to
full
travel the
exploration.
world
4
restored,
times 2.
all we have is speculation and
4 by
hearsay.
2.
Each of these maps, whether it's the strange Terra Infinita map, the ancient Buddhist map, or the new Plasma Moon map, they all show.
You know, like I said earlier, we call like the stairs the apple and pear stairs, trouble and strife wife, and it's the same with for Jew over here. 4 by 2, like a piece of wood. 4 by 2, Jew, the same thing. Oh damn! The English language is insane. Yeah, I see a couple of those 4 by 2s. I see a couple of 4 by 2s. They went up the apples and pears.
various numbers, shapes, and positions of continents, completely inconsistent.
They went up the apples and pears with the trouble and strife. See a couple of 4 by 2s go up the apples and pears with the trouble and strife. It was,
consistent with one another. Even if one of them was correct, the only way we could ever confirm
Hey,
or
what's
deny
up,
the
what's up,
claims
what's up, Tommy?
would be to have full independent exploration of Antarctica and beyond. Until then, the most accurate maps we have are the ones that don't feature extra unconfirmed lands nobody has ever seen. The Gleasons, the Hammonds, and other azimuthal equidistant type maps depict the flat Earth in a way that more closely resembles reality than anything else currently available. I would say these maps most likely contain some inaccuracies, and I emphasize that I only use them for visualization and
Whoever Love is cracking up. Eric, at your pictures. They are looking kind of zesty, man. Peering off into the distance, smart with a. I mean, who's standing here? I mean, we can't see that, but yeah, they're looking kind of zesty, man. Whoever Love, that's hilarious.
approximation purposes. But if I had to choose, I would definitely say these are the superior maps.
What kind of negative reactions, pressure, or threats have you faced over the years from the media, online
Hey, welcome back,
people
Chiz.
close to you,
Welcome
or
back.
others? What has been the highest price you've had to pay for following this path? Have you ever felt like quitting, giving up the fight?
I have actually received death threats, some of which I published on my blog, but mostly I've
There's
just been
another one
heavily
for you.
censored and
Forever.
ridiculed.
There's another one.
My material has been banned from many platforms over the years, and even now I'm shadow banned. Flat Earth is de-emphasized in the algorithms, and
Yeah.
mainstream channels that denounce and supposedly debunk my work are heavily promoted. In my
Yeah.
personal life, I've lost both friends and family members due to the work I do. The last time I saw my grandmother, for example, was when she walked out of my house on my birthday years ago while watching my Flat Earth documentary Level. She finds my skepticism and alternative research so offensive to her sensibilities that she'd rather never see me than engage in a dialogue. Regardless, truth and integrity are my highest ideals, so even losing friends and family has never made me feel like quitting or giving up the fight.
If the Earth is truly different from what we're taught, do you believe other fundamental truths about human beings are still being hidden?
Most definitely, and I've written about several of them in my books over the years. There are many more things besides the globe which are taught as reality, but amount to nothing more than mere myths. The Big Bang, evolution, dinosaurs, and nuclear weapons, for example, are all widely believed to be real and legitimate, but in my research, I've found them all to be nothing but well-constructed myths and lies. There are other historical hoaxes that I can no longer even discuss openly on the internet without immediately being banned, and I speak of that from experience. The flat earth may be the mother of all conspiracies, and the greatest lie ever sold, but it certainly isn't the one and only. The conspiratorial rabbit hole is deep and branching, and takes serious due diligence and a discerning mind to navigate towards truth. Speaking of the unspeakable, and to keep it in code, when you reach the bottom of all rabbit holes, you tend to find the T is silent.
What, in your opinion, makes an individual begin to question official accounts while others, faced with the same information, choose to remain in ignorance?
That question always brings to mind two similar quotes. First, from F. Scott Fitzgerald.
This one's especially sent to Forever Love. This picture of Eric. This is. You need to download this forever and have it as your main page thumbnail, whatever. What's this SD? What the hell, Eric? How are you getting yourself into this position? What are you trying to do here? No man should be able to get into this position. I'm sorry. It is quite a zesty pose, though, I've got to say.
Fitzgerald, and second from Aristotle. The truest sign of intelligence is the ability to entertain two contradictory ideas simultaneously, and it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without immediately accepting or rejecting it. In order to learn anything new, it's an essential skill to temporarily suspend disbelief while taking in alternative information.
Hey, John Watson, long time no see, man. We've got John Watson in the house. How you doing, John? What's that I've had was Mark Taylor. Oh, Mark Taylor. Oh, my Lord. Saying he was going to send me a pair of these Ugh, gosh. That would be disgusting, wouldn't it? Especially after he's been hod carrying all day. That's what he was a hod carrier, wasn't he, Mark? Mark Taylor. He called my mum. What did he call my mum? It's really racist. Really racist stuff. I can't remember what he called her. Jungle bunny or something. He called her something really crazy. Mark Taylor was the biggest racist ever. So yeah, he's calling my mum all sorts of names. When he found out I was mixed race, that was his little bit of ammunition towards me. Well, he thought it was ammunition, but doesn't realise that I've had a lot worse in real life. Internet doesn't mean nothing.
Able to question official accounts and those who choose to remain in ignorance is this cognitive bias so many people show towards whatever they learn first. Once they're taught something at school, once they hear it on television, once an official explanation has been given by an authority.
These are the zesty poses that you do in the C block in Chelmsford prison. This is what you do out in the yard. When you're out in the yard in prison, you've got to do poses like this. What are you trying to do here, Eric? No one can work it out. This headstand. What the hell, man? Is this yoga or something? I think this is hot yoga. Oh my Lord. And it looks like Eric's got a deformed foot. Look at this weird foot. It's only got 2 toes. What the hell? Look at this weird foot. It's literally got 1 toe there and 1 toe there, and then the rest of it's just a mass. Oh, Eric, man. I'm just clowning, Eric. Just clowning.
Authority figure. They wholeheartedly believe without leaving room for skepticism and critical analysis. Forgetting that there are always 2 or more sides to every story, they jump to foregone conclusions and stubbornly defend their initial position rather than openly assimilating new information. Deep down, they don't want to admit that they may be wrong. and so will continue to double and triple down on debunked explanations rather than opening their minds to new
all good, thanks.
possibilities.
Good, awesome,
Your latest
awesome,
book,
John.
The Spiritual Stockholm
Glad to hear that you are well, man.
Syndrome, was released in the US in February and in France in June 2025. What inspired you to write it?
For the past few years, I've been rigorously researching and constantly pondering a subject known as the reincarnation soul trap theory. The idea deeply resonated with me as it provides unique answers to rather dark questions that most religions and spiritual systems tend to whitewash. By cross-analyzing ancient Gnostic and Cathar beliefs with the Egyptian and
I
Tibetan
had Dennis
books of the
Taylor
day,
on my case
along
back
with
in the day.
modern
He
and
got me
historical accounts of reincarnation and near-death
good one,
experiences,
cheers.
a picture of both creation and the afterlife emerges far different and far darker than most dare to consider. As a lifelong agnostic, I've approached spirituality and metaphysics like a detective, always gathering new information, cross-analyzing for similarities or inconsistencies, and constantly refining my understanding without coming to firm conclusions. This approach is what brought me to realizing the importance and relevance of this reincarnation soul trap subject in the first place, and by using this approach with the topic, I was able to write the book Spiritual Stockholm Syndrome like a metaphysical detective novel. My aim was to help ease people into this very complex issue, present the evidence for it.
We had a gym video on there as well.
Judging by
Good
early
shit on there.
reviews so far, I'm happy to hear readers agree.
We got a few on
Where
there.
do you see the Flat Earth movement in the next 5 to 10 years, and what future do you see for humanity if it doesn't start questioning its current foundations?
Since the revival of the Flat Earth movement just 10 years ago, we've succeeded in taking this subject from being so fringe that there was scarcely any information online about it, to being one of the top Google search terms. We've gone from nobody ever knowing anyone in their life who honestly believes in Flat Earth, to everybody having at least one friend or family member that is now a Flat Earther. Recent polls in America are showing up to 10% of Americans, and polls in Brazil show 20% of Brazilians are now Flat Earthers. That's around 70
Big
million
in Brazil,
new
man.
Flat Earthers, just in those two countries alone. The Flat Earth movement has grown exponentially in the...
I get actually a percentage of Brazilians watching this. It's only a really small percentage. I think, what was it? I don't know if it was 0 point something or 1 point something, but it was quite small. But I was like, wow, Brazil?
past decade.
They don't even, it's not even the same language.
And I aim to help continue that trajectory until the heliocentric globe myth and all the false science and charlatans propping it up are crushed by the weight of their own deception. Otherwise, if we bury our heads back in the sand and allow this momentum to cease, these rich, powerful, megalomaniacal psychopaths who have perpetuated this and so many other deceptions will be closing the door on their new world order, with all of us stuck inside.
Maniacal.
Looking back, what are you most proud of in your journey, and what do you hope people remember about you and your contribution to this awakening?
I'm proud to have been the catalyst to spark a worldwide flat earth movement that continues to grow exponentially, and which I hope one day will act as an Achilles heel to the New World Order. Because once our true cosmology is revealed, so too is the truth of these few elite families and secret societies who have kept this reality
Sergio,
from us
welcome in.
for hundreds of years. That realization on a mass scale could usher in a new age of enlightenment and end the current tyrannical tiptoe towards an Orwellian dystopia. I hope people remember about me that I was a compassionate, honest man with integrity, who discovered the mother of all conspiracies, endured endless ridicule to spread the word, and did everything he could to blow the whistle.
Eric, thank you again, not just for this interview, but for everything you've done to open minds. Your work changed my life, and I know it will keep doing the same for others.
Just sort the pictures out, Eric. Have a picture of you in the gym doing weights or something. Just to put everyone's mind at rest.
Agree with a lot of the woo-woo shit out there, but I also of the opinion, like, as soon as you start talking about it, it sounds cringe and it should be made fun of. Like, I don't know though about that, like, intermingling of the...
This is ISA defending This is quite fun. It did make me laugh. Defending calling it gay to talk about dreams, dream meanings, right? So I just said it's gay to talk about. I thought it was quite funny, and yeah, and he's defending it even. So let's have a listen.
Fucking,
That's pretty like messed up though, because people who could be, if they like in some cases who you may categorize in that is somebody that's actually like processing or facing what they need to like heal from like very deep things, whether it's like depression or anxiety or addictions or like very deep things, that are, yeah. So you would just judge that.
I'm not like I put zero stock in the idea that like your dreams are going to help you sort out some drama that happened in your past life and fucking and like help you through some fucking intergalactic
very miscalculated,
soul
bro.
struggles.
Very miscalculated. You totally got it wrong.
I mean, like, again, it's like I don't think anyone can claim I have it wrong. It's like, or claim, or I can't necessarily claim that I have it right. You know what I mean? Nor am
I know. Sounds like you have some misplaced reaction to like other people's things because you don't know how to actually solve something yourself.
No, it just sounds gay.
It sounds gay to address things that are being screamed in your face.
Well, like, it's like it reminds me of like women in a forest.
Solve something yourself.
No, it just sounds gay.
It sounds gay. I know. Sounds like you have some misplaced reaction to like other people's things because you don't know how to actually solve something yourself.
No, it just sounds gay.
It sounds gay to address things that are being screamed in your face.
Well, like, it's like it reminds me of like women in a forest, like, screaming at the trees as some kind of like alternative fucking therapy that they paid $1,000.
So you just run away from everything that's actually important.
Ice is so cool, man.
You just turn a blind eye to things that are.
Ice is the guy that wrote the song "Welcome to the Show," right at the start of the show. Welcome to the show. This is this guy, Isa. He used to be back in the day. A few guys in the chat remember Isa. He's going ponchos a lot. Yeah, funny dude, man, and a cool dude.
Very important. Got it.
Yeah, I'm always like that. That's how we do. I repress that.
Yeah. You ignore the mail, and you avoid the cops. You break the law, and you do everything that you just keep running. That's what you do, right? You just keep running.
That's the run on up. Mahowski, yeah.
Let me ask you: Do you actually just not open the mail? You just I got mail. Don't open it.
Well,
something really simple like that, right?
I never open my mail.
I mean, maybe you should.
Oh, busted. He's a non-mail opener. I'm just joking. Well, Issa, all right, dude. Well, I hear what you're saying. Like, yeah, okay. Like, I do understand your perspective. Let me ask you this, dude. Like, it's just a general question, and it's not even. I'm not even like. I'm just saying in general. Would you ever do like?
Good morning,
like,
fathead.
Like, even if it was
welcome.
A beautiful place. Would you do like an ayahuasca ceremony with people? Now, people do sometimes.
Is it about 6 in the morning where you are, fathead? 6 or 7 o'clock.
Whatever from their childhood or various things. I mean, sometimes, dude, like if people were like sexually abused as a child, for example,
happy is better than gay any day.
Even like shed some tears. They may, etc. Like they may release that. It may be very meaningful for them. So I mean, some people might share that, but you could also technically be in the ceremony and you don't really have to engage with anyone. Like you could totally just be in your own space. Don't have to talk to anyone. Don't have to, anything. You can basically just be your own person as well, because that's like respected. Some people are on more of like a solo journey, even though like you're in the community when you're all drinking the ayahuasca. Afterwards, you're still kind of hanging around together, but you can also just be on your own self, and that's always kind of respected.
I look at it like this.
Would you just see all that as whatever you were saying about it? You would just put that all in whatever category?
Well, no, I mean, I think, like I said, like my initial premise is like the way I look at it. It's like, if I were to go, God willing, and do an ayahuasca ceremony with some, even with some ancients, some fucking natives and shit, you know what I mean? I'd go in with it and I'd be there with them.
Yeah, Big Pete, I still went like an hour and something, so I just thought,
like, you know what I mean? I've been in, and my point is that talking about it is gay as fuck to me. Like I've fist fought people on LSD, and there's nothing like you just see everything. Like you know what I mean? Like,
I didn't even know Radio 1 is in they plug in a load of shite.
Talking about
New World Order,
gay.
Ass-kicking bands.
It's like you can't escape it. It's
Radio
like
1's doing that in
that's
Liverpool.
The conundrum and the blessing. It's like we talked about this before. It's like going to a concert or tripping balls.
I'd rather be starting in a tent than being bombed in Gaza.
In the 1980s, in the 1980s sense of that's gay. That's what I mean by that. Like it's like it makes me cringe. It makes me just fucking cringe. Whatever it is, it's like when a grown I don't care.
Triggering your own thing within you that it actually represents.
I don't whatever it is. Yeah, it's like men aren't supposed to act like that. That's how I feel about it. It's like you're supposed to you have that wild experience with the Indians and shit. It's like you don't go back to civilization and tell them about it because you're gonna sound like a crazy person and it's cringe. It's just
You
like
don't,
it's
you
just
don't
what
have
it
to,
is.
you don't have to take a psychedelic though to have these experiences. You can just use your breath, and actually you can access all the
Right.
same people have
I
had.
agree. I
experiences.
agree. I agree.
I'm
I
just trying to
fucking
understand what
totally.
your
Oh,
connection
it's
to, like, when you keep saying, I mean, I
6:13
understand, like,
where
I grew up
fat
in the
head
80s
is.
and 90s, so I know the way people use
Probably
gay
just
and all that,
woken up.
and all the connotations. I kind of worked it out of my like vocabulary for a few reasons, but I hear the usage of it. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that though, but yeah, it just doesn't really, it's not really accurate because there's nothing I'm saying that has to do with homosexuality. You're just
It's
saying
not
talking about,
homogeneous.
you're just saying
It's just
talking about
weird.
your emotions basically, or talking about your unconscious or having any of that. You just write it all off as like, some kind of.
No, I'm not. It's not, dude. I'm not writing it off. I'm writing off talking about it. I'm writing off like coming and telling other people about it. Like unless it's like maybe you're
Look, translation. What Ice is saying, right? It's zesty as hell, man. It's that's what Ice wants. It's just full of zest, and I don't buy none of it.
a fucking therapist or you're fucking I don't know your guru or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like outside of that, it's like that's like that's some shit you work through. You know what I mean? And like versus like stuff that I don't. That's just how I feel about it. I can't escape it. It's like watching two dudes kiss, man. I don't know. It fucking makes me cringe. I don't know. I just fucking I don't fucking want to see it. I can't help that guttural reaction that I have to it. Like it's not that like I'm trying to limit your ability to talk about it, or limit like anyone's ability to talk about it. But if I am pressed about it, that's how I feel. You know.
Yeah, it's totally misplaced. It's very
Well,
strange.
I mean, it's not that it's like I look at it like it's like I've said before. It's like jujitsu. It's like jujitsu is fucking nuts. Dude. Like all of a sudden you just like it's like you teleport into like another position and you're fucking choking somebody or something. And like you don't know how you got there. Just everything. You know what I mean? Just all reaction and whatever it was. It's like it could be explained as some kind of woo woo fucking Zen flow fucking bullshit. But I think as soon as you start trying to talk about it, it's gay. But I dig jujitsu. I do it. You know what I mean? Like I think you know what I mean. I think I experience that. I'm high after jujitsu, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I don't know,
Talk
man. It
about
sounds
what?
like this whole convo is getting kind of lost. Like you're talking about rolling around with the dude, like dude nuts.
Dude,
His
I'm
nuts like on
super
your
gay.
face, and you don't know how you
Super
got
gay,
there,
bro.
and
Yeah,
somehow
dude, super
like
gay.
other
I get it.
people
I'm
are
not
gay for it.
offended, dude. My usage of gay is not about me like in like some repressed gay fucking like I don't care. Like it's not like I wrote jujitsu. It's like probably the gayest
There's
sport.
literally levels of gayness. You've got like the average gay, then you got gay, then you got super gay. Tamo's up in the super duper gay. He's up right at the pinnacle of gayness, zestiness, and
Fucking world. But it's like I'm not going to talk about. And even talking about it would be
yo,
even
what's up,
gayer.
Matthew?
It's like that's why I think like talking about it and like trying to be like I had this like intense spiritual moment as like I was like trying to do this.
It's
So
simple. Don't be sassy, dude. Yeah, just enough of the zest, man. Let's just remove the zest. We've had enough of it. We've had years of this zesty gender, right? It's just being pushed on everyone, and we've just had enough of it.
You don't do it. I don't know.
It's
The
no
same
one
thing
no
with
more of
dreams,
it.
same shit with that. I mean, although I'm not fucking trying to, like if you guys are talking about it, I'm not going to like interfere with it. I just was saying that I didn't think Homeboy should be kicked or dealt with like wrongfully for being funny about calling it gay because I think that's kind of my position on it too. And that sarcasm and that whatever is like righteous to me. Like I don't know what to say about
So
it.
you were just running interference for some guy acting like a troll. So that was basically it.
No, not even interference. It's
Hey,
like
Tommy,
not even
welcome
like a
back.
troll. He was kind of being like funny and real with it, like in a sense, in a way that I can
No.
understand and relate with.
No, he
I mean,
wasn't being funny and
he was
real.
trying to
He was
troll
just
and like
trolling.
yeah, no, he was trying to troll.
Just trolling.
Right, he was trying to get on your nerves a little bit. I get it.
I mean, he was just trolling. So what did you have to do with that?
I just thought it was funny.
Well, that's
Wrestling
generally what
is
trolling's
gay.
for. But why would you run
Sniffing
in
each other's nutsacks. I mean, is that what you do in wrestling? I don't know. I've never wrestled another man. I've never ever
well, you
done
said you
it.
didn't want to like
I
get in
refuse
between
to
or,
wrestle.
or have him be kicked or whatever. But honestly, the dude was just trying to start shit with everybody.
Turkish
Forgive me. And I thought it was funny.
He wasn't.
I've never wrestled in my life. I refuse to wrestle another man. I'd wrestle a woman all day long, but another man, nah, man. I don't want my head in someone else's crutch, sweating and nah. That is super gay. Oh, I'm sorry. I do push it. It's hard to pass on the sack sniffing. Yeah, I agree there, Matt. I agree. Don't lie about it. You love crot. Right, let's fire. Tarmo. When are you going to learn, Tarmo? When are you going to learn? I've got to fire you 10 seconds. I've got to give you 10 seconds of timeouts. There you go. Just contemplate on these 10 seconds. Contemplate on what you're saying to me, Tarmo. In these 10 seconds. There you go. Have some of that.
I thought it was funny.
I just want to say he wasn't kicked or timed out or anything. He was muted for maybe like, I don't know, 2 minutes. In
Turkish wrestling. Oh, come on, man. You're not telling me they use oil and stuff in red. Do they do this in American wrestling? Do you get oiled up as well? Do you pull that oil on you so you're like slippery and what the hell, man? What's this SDR sport wrestling? You can see why Jake the Arsehole was really good at it. When he a national champion wrestler, he's in there. He loves putting his head between other men's legs and sniffing nutsacks. I mean, come on, man. It all makes sense now, Jake. It makes sense. It makes sense. Oiling yourself up and getting zesty with all these. That's why you was a champion at wrestling. And that's why I refused to wrestle.
He was muted for like a minute or two because.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even catch that. And yeah, I know, Gio, you're gonna let those guys roll anyway. Like that's why I dig that.
Well,
I'm all for I know up until a point. I get it up until a point. I get it.
I was just kind of letting them roll with it for a bit there.
He was coming off like a bit of a dick about it too, though. Like I get it. I got it. I just at the same time I thought it was funny.
The whole reason I brought up the dream because I thought the room was smart enough to realize that like the dream was so like strange and insignificant. For someone to point out how insignificant it was kind of like.
Oh, I've got to catch, lads. He done a long ass stream though, didn't he? He did a long ass stream. I tried to stay up last night to try and catch it, but I took some RSO and I was out for the count. Yeah, man, and that woman kept waking me up as well. So yeah, man.
Point of why I brought it up
was just like
why would I have such a fucking mundane, convoluted dream? I mean, that was the point. For someone to say, "Oh, well, why do you bring up such a boring dream?" Like that's why I brought it up because it doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, that's where like I thought it was funny when he said like,
"Yeah, I'll catch up with it later."
You're gonna think of a dick or whatever.
Play the short. I can't really play the shorts though.
It's out of character, and he was like, "How
really play the shorts?" No, I'm not gonna trust it. I'm just gonna let this play, man. I don't want it to mess up.
I thought that was funny too. I just like I can't help that critique, man. That shit fucking I relate. It's like not that I'm trying to shit.
Hey Jim, what's up? What's up, Jim? Yeah, your video. I've got video of yours on there, Jim. If we get through this in enough time.
Or shit on fucking anyone else with the topic. I just thought it was funny what he said.
Out of character compared to other dreams I've had, which made sense, and this one made no sense.
Who cares? Which is a troll? Do you guys not know that? Which blob we're trolling, obviously.
Yeah,
well, I know that. I'm not sure Issa knows that because Issa's kind of tone deaf. So.
Oh no, I'm old school trolling for truth, bro. That's how this all got
Are
started.
You though? Are you though? I don't know. I think your position is kind of shifty. I think maybe you wake up.
Hey, slapping the base. Welcome in. Welcome in. Great to see you.
You can think whatever you want. You can think whatever you want.
In my opinion, dreams are something, right? How many hours of the day?
I don't know. Sounds gay, bro. Sounds gay.
Had about 12 beers at me. I felt like telling people to stop being stupid, especially dumb. Brenda.
Like, I've had some dreams I still remember. I think I've even
Brenda
seen
in there.
Some of my past dreams.
Yeah, Issa, it's just dude like. Oh, just real quick, like, oh no, I hear you.
I've seen Brenda on Arwen's literally flirting with Arwen in there, getting all sort of lovey-dovey. Really weird. Ask Terra. Terra, are you out there, Terra the ferret? Well, wasn't Brenda in Arwen's stream flirting? Agreeing with each other and talking all softly, and it was just weird, man. It was like, what are these two up to?
Yeah, we can continue on that because I would like to hear more about that as well. But obviously Issa's kind of like has a different view on this. Let me just say, Issa, dude, and I could just, and you're gonna probably think this is whatever you're saying about this, but like, dude, I can love you on every level. However, like, the thing is, I've like been involved in this for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to a graduate school. I've been working in all kinds.
Let me just see if I can get away with this one. I'll play on this one little short. I can't hear. That's what I mean. I can't hear no whirring in the in the background. So, a legacy of strength, Kirk Pinar. Oh man, no, man, I don't want to see these the arse wrestlers, man. Oh man, come on. They're not just putting on, they're pouring it on. They're not just, this is Diddy style, man. They're not just rubbing it on this, they're literally pouring it on it. What the? They're literally pouring oil. Oh man, this is like a Diddy party, man. This is like some zesty wrestlers in Diddy. Pour the oil on. Keep pouring it. Keep pouring. Nah, man. What the? Stop. Why am I watching this? What's going on? How are we suddenly watching these zesty ass wrestlers covered in oil? Why? Why am I got this on? We was watching something else, now we're watching zesty oiled up wrestlers, man. And there's people watching them. There's a huge crowd. Damn. This is a popular thing. Oh, jeez. God, give me strength, please. Give me the strength to get through the next at least 30 seconds of this video, because I need it. I need the strength. I need the armor. I need that armor. Thank you. Oh, look, all that. Oh, man. You got flabby guts all on the back of your neck, bro. Nah. Oh, no. What are you doing to me, Honor, man? Look at his stomach, man. It's all on the back of his... What is happening today? What is happening? The computer gave up now. I'm suddenly watching men's flabby stomachs oiling up on some men's neck. It couldn't get any worse. The day couldn't get... Man, there's a herd of them. There's a herd of these naked ass... Oh, I've said, yeah, I've seen enough on. I mean, I can't get through that. That's just
kinds of different.
And that's a thing. Well, they do the same thing in the States, though, don't they? But without the oil, they probably they like the friction. Oh, stop! They like the friction, and they like the sweat.
You know, regions kind of connected, like we're within different areas, connected to like everything related about like not only like the dream work, but like the human unconscious and psychology and spirituality, and then like the ancient traditional like tools and methods of like accessing these things. You don't always have to talk about it per se. A lot of people actually just process internally, so it doesn't really all like there's like talk therapy and stuff. I guess there's like that stuff, but at the same time, it can be really useful for a lot of people to like share their experience if they had a particular experience, whether it was a dream or whatever it may be. So I'm just saying, like,
yeah, blame.
I can have love for you as
everyone in the chat. Blame Honor for that video. That last video is all down to Honor, not me. Honor said play this, put a big happy smile there, and then we had to put up with that for 5 minutes. Oiled up men.
Such an opposing, like, you know what I mean? Just like saying that all of this is writing. You're the way that you're kind of.
You make me want to bust your balls.
That it's all whatever. It's all cringe or whatever. Because I'm just saying, dude. Like, and I've been involved in many communities and people that have worked with so many different like modalities and.
Right, but now you sound. Yeah, but hold on. Just to be a dick, super quick. I'll let it go. But now you sound like like an astrophysicist. It's like what you don't understand is like I'm in the community every day. Like the Earth's a globe, and like what you don't understand is fucking
No, I'm not saying
I've been in this for years. You don't understand.
I bet they got smooth, healthy skin though.
No, I'm not saying.
Not the fact that you had a big blubbery gut oiled up rubbing on the back of your neck. I mean, that is just the worst thing any man could ever want. Any man. That's just that's another compartment of hell for me. I told you one part, Nachi sitting in a room. And I've got to listen to him drone on for eternity. That's one of my hells. And that's another one, is a man's flabby ass stomach rubbing on the back of my neck oiled up, man. I don't want that. I don't want that. No man wants that, ever.
You don't understand. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm college educated. I'm educated in the spiritual kinds of things. And like,
well, it would be like the whole world of the interface of the idea that there is like an actual unconscious to access. And therefore, like, could you act, and in the human, like, just inquiring into the self, basically, and that's what you're writing off as saying that like we're just men, we have an emotional strength and we just don't.
Well, no. I'm not.
talk
See, hold
about
on, though, Gio. See, Gio. Here's the thing: is like I'm not like I've said it a couple times. I'm not denying the validity of the experience, man. You know what I mean? I'm not
You're
denying.
just shitting on it.
I'm not denying like the craziness of the dreams, the implications, the idea, and the feelings as though one is like reconciling some past life. Like I'm not denying that all of that exists. I'm not denying that. Like I'm not denying that. Like I haven't had my own shit. You know what I mean? It's just that it's not something. It's not. It's like it's not something you talk about to me. It's like it's like it's to be made fun of and ridiculed and like it's like almost like if and I'm sure you know this fucking Gio.
Well,
If
why
you,
make fun
hold
of
on, let me
ridicule
explain.
then?
I'm gonna ask you a
That's
question.
Talking about serious stuff like
immoral.
Donald
Hold on,
Trump. Come on.
let me ask you a question, Gio. So like when you're around tell me if this isn't the case. The fucking people that have fucking probably walked you through all your ayahuasca journeys have probably the harshest sense of humor you've ever come across. Is that true or no?
Well, I haven't really required anyone to guide me through anything. But I've been in groups at
But
times, and
like
I've also been alone at times with them.
but like those like like those fucking like the ancient like those shaman motherfuckers that'll like
But I got what you're saying. Yeah.
like it's like it's funny to them when you're fucking choking up and throwing up on the tobacco juice, probably, right? Like
I
it's
wouldn't
like
really say
it's
funny.
right, but like to them it's like it's lighthearted. It's not like everything's funny. Everything's to be poked at.
People pay for that, Matthew. People give out their dollars to go into a forest and scream at a tree. Is this real? You're right. You can do that shit for free. You can just go. I can go walk down out there. There's a tree out there. I can go and scream at it for nothing. People pay this. People pay money to go and scream at trees. That's wow.
And made fun of.
No, in a
Do
way
you know
that
what I
can
mean?
always be kind of like a cosmic smile, but also like I mean, they treat it very serious. Like
It
the
probably
thing
make
is,
quite a bit of
calling-
money doing that, though.
Like, dude, what you're calling, okay, the thing is, you keep saying gay, like you're saying it's gay, but dude, some of the shamans, bro, they like blow air on you and stuff. No, it's not homosexual at all. There's no actual, but dude, they go like,
I'm not, dude, hold on. You're hung up on this notion. Hold on. You're hung up.
they
Let
don't
me
really
first off.
touch you. They don't really touch you.
Dude,
There's no-
hold on, man. Hold on. You
There
got to
is-
dismantle this. Dude, I rolled jujitsu. Relax. Fucking like what I'm trying
Now
to say
that's
is like.
kind of gay to me.
Okay,
dude.
okay, so
That
relax. That's
actually
what I'm
kind
trying
of
to
is
say.
because you're
Sounds
tight with a
I get
man.
it, bro.
That
I
one
get
is.
it, dude. I get it, dude. I get it. My point being, when I'm using the term gay, I'm not using it in any reference to some fucking new LGBTQ. I'm using it in the
All right.
1980s Pauly Shore fucking sense of when something's gay, it's stupid. And like,
Not
it's just like, that's what I'm
You got
saying.
it. You don't like dreams. Come on, man.
Right. Well, I'm getting pressed.
I know, but you got to talk about it for 20 minutes. Jesus.
I know.
Sure.
Getting boring.
No, oh no, I'm not playing no more. No,
What
I'm
we
not
that's
playing
gay.
any of your.
You got a better topic?
No,
I'm fine to talk about dreams, but
Not
listening
getting
to Issa
trapped
talk
again.
about how dreams are gay for 30 minutes is gay.
Yeah, I want our time back.
I agree.
I don't know. I was kind of enjoying it, to be honest.
It was getting a little off the rails. Yeah, guys.
Well, just like,
You do sleep. Everyone here, unless you get a few hours, they say we sleep 1/3 of our life. So maybe dreams are an important aspect of it.
Well, I apologize for talking about something that totally triggered the disarray of everyone's like internal problematic thinking. I had no idea that it was going to trigger so many people. Maybe that was the point of the dream. So
I'm trying to get the thrust of it. Like, so here's it. Issa, it's gay, but it's not gay. Like, what was that term? Like, your analogy? Like, is there another better word that we could use? I kind of think I know what you
no,
mean.
there's
Like,
there's no better
yeah,
word that
retarded.
Isa can use.
stupid,
okay.
retarded.
So
The best word he can use after gay is zesty. They're the only two words.
what do you make of the notion of like repeated dreams
You can't use any other words.
as opposed to those like sort of one-off crazy dreams, which look do happen? But I used to have like repeated dreams all the time, and I always thought that was rather fascinating. Why would these dreams keep repeating to myself?
Yeah, and have you ever heard that if you face the fear, it will stop happening? Like, I had one which I guess I will share. It is pretty personal, but I mean, it's not too dramatic. But basically, like the driveway, like at the house I grew up, it had like kind of a driveway, and then you got to the end of it. Well, I kept having this dream for some reason, even though nothing like this ever happened that I'm aware of or anything. But when I was a child, I remember I had this dream multiple times where I was just in the driveway, and then a car was coming, and it was like gonna hit me. And then right before it hit me, I woke up. Now, there's never been like a car accident there. Or there's never been anyone hit by a car there or anything. So it's not like that's a thing at all in physical reality. It was just in my dream. And then I had heard at one point that if you just let yourself get hit by the car basically and face it, then it'll stop. And that's what I did. At one point, I finally just let the car hit me, and then I've never had it again. So
Right, guys,
what that was
last
about,
30 guys.
that could
Last
be
30 minutes.
some other memory. Yeah, that's one I had.
I have a weird dream, or basically
Now we're talking about it. So Issa's.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
totally
it's
gay out
cringy.
right
It's
now.
cringy.
Oh my god.
It's cringy.
Let's, Issa, you can roast us in between. So you can roast. You can do roast, or we could shift the topic either way. I mean, I do get the idea. Like going into like, I know I just shared that, but like, I know everyone could like go on and on. There is kind of like, isn't there like a kind of a social faux pas thing about sharing your dreams? You know, like if you're at like
Hey,
the
how
workplace,
do I do one
if you're
of
at
those?
the
How do I do-
workplace, if you're at the workplace and the guy next to you is like, dude, I had this dream last night. He goes into it. You're like scratching your head, you know, as they're going through it. There is kind of that like social joke.
Hey, yo, dude, how do I make a poll so when you're all done, I can say who's got the gayest dream? You know?
Just start writing them down.
No, I just want to say, basically, somebody was like speaking to me in my dream, and I was having conveying what was going on, and they misunderstood me, you know, in my dream.
I just want to make it clear as well, before anyone gets any, no one's homophobic or anything like that on this channel. We're making jokes. They're jokes, right? So don't get up to your weird ideas. We are allowed to poke fun at people.
I feel like there's like a higher power trying to communicate with us, you know. We communicate within dreams. I don't know, possibly.
Yeah, you know what's wild is deja vu. You know, like that kind of.
That is
had
crazy.
deja vu. 1 month, I had, like-
Deja vu is insane. It really is. I don't really get it that much no more. I used to get it a lot. I mean, all the
A whole
time.
month of deja vu. It was like
You know,
incredible.
Weird
there's
deja
also
vu
deja
moments.
vu. Yeah, when it's like repeated and the same one that keeps happening.
Really strange.
You know about
There's like
Vujade?
12 different types of deja vu. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
You
we
know
should
about
go over those again. Like,
Yep,
because
Vujade.
I've had a few that are really.
No,
one
Scotty.
that's
I'm not
extended.
gonna play another one of
Shoot, whatever
Honor's
the toxicity
videos.
is, like we were talking about other
Not
realms,
today.
like, I would see
Not
no
today.
reason to think there couldn't be. You know, just because of like the infinite.
It'd just be
creativity
oily
behind this
men
one.
again.
Why
It'd
couldn't
just
it
be
create
oily
whatever they
men
wanted?
tied to trees or something. I
Like,
don't know.
logically, why would it even be limited? It could create an infinite number of them.
And what if this? Imagine that you're a glober and you're so out of touch with reality, you literally can't see what it is. So maybe the same thing applies to dreams. Maybe if someone is not in tune, they might misinterpret their dreams and like they misinterpret reality. Wouldn't surprise me.
I used to have deja vu in moments,
I
but
heard,
I also used to have
is
deja vu
making,
come to
making
buildings and
mistakes
things
of
like
your
that.
past
I'd
life
see
over and
something.
over, you know, it's
Oh, it's
trying to
just
tell
so
you,
weird. It's
you know,
just so
you're
weird.
about to make the mistake again or whatever, or you have been.
I've been told I've been in people's dreams before multiple times, but I think I've even seen the future in my dreams. Maybe you guys have had similar experiences. Maybe if you see the future, it gives you insight maybe on how, like personally, I think I've seen the future.
Oh,
and
bet on it. Okay.
I kind of appreciate
Is it all right? Is
people,
it?
like whoever it
Let's
was about
have
my
a-
family
let's-
member, and I kind of use that to appreciate them more. So maybe dreams are useful. Who knows? I think they are.
Oh, this is Honest put a video here that everyone's gonna learn from some awesome information. Yeah, it's gonna be insightful, probably.
Hey, ladies, I am on a mission to make as many beautiful.
No, oh no, no, no. Frosting after in the. Oh, no, this is Honor's insightful learning, you know, information and. Oh man, come on! No, I'm not falling for no more. That's it. No more. I'm not falling for any more.
Okay. Some people have nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, what seems to be the case, no matter how someone labels it or how they either like it or dislike it, in a way, like at the end of the day, it does seem like the human unconscious can be accessed like in dreams, because then like if someone's in a waking state and then they actually do like the breathing techniques or even in meditation in some cases, or if they do
I
take
ain't watching
plant,
that
like
one.
a plant compound, something like ayahuasca.
Hey
or something
Jamie,
like
welcome
DMT,
in.
now you're having like a waking dream.
Welcome in,
So
dude.
it's like you're awake and you're like, in the case of ayahuasca, you're like drinking the plant, you're awake, but your unconscious is available. So you're able to actually access that, what you would in dreams. But the thing in your dream, you're usually not conscious. That's the thing. And then becoming
You're
lucid
just
means
conscious within your dream. That's all. That's the DMT's doing. Did that years and years ago, man. Let's check out. Right, we've got to check out Jim first. I want to see one of Jim's videos. Party on Venus. Party on Venus. Jim Annis. Anus. I think it's Annis. Venus, is it? Oh, why is he shaped like that? Why is Venus shaped like that, Jim? Sun's coming from this direction. Doesn't make any sense. Nice shot though. Hey Brian, welcome in, man. Hope you're well, Brian. I've got to live chat as well, haven't I don't know what makes a difference. I normally see everyone anyway. All messages are visible. Fine time mode 10 seconds. You gotta keep on top of time mode. If you don't, it just starts getting outrageous. Crescent Venus, man. That's kind of crazy. Nice shot though, man. Oh man, it's going to be a wild day, I can tell already. Hopefully you have a great day, Big Pine. Seems to be clearing up a bit. It was like, I think it had a good shower last night or something. Like, it's really humid. It's still humid today. Right now. Looks like it's been eclipsed. Yeah, that's what I thought. I actually thought that for a second. Shot, Jim, actually. Jim, what camera are you using to get these shots? Are you using the P900 or are you using something else? Camera phone? Mies. This is Venus, guys. This is Venus. Oh, it is the P900. Nice. Nice. Is it on a tripod? Have you got this on a tripod? Or is it handheld or it's probably on the it's gotta be on a tripod, right? The spider wasn't scared, Tomo, with those soft ass hands you got. Come on, man. The spider was comfy in those hands. Oh, excuse me. Smoking a joint. No, me neither. These wasps are just try and get out as quickly as possible. Yeah, I try not to kill any insects at all. Especially bumblebees. Holy smokes. So yeah, Jim's got tons of moon videos and Venus and a load of videos like this. So go over to Jim, subscribe and check out his videos, man. I'm going to be playing some on here for sure. Oh, it was windy that morning, April the 30th. Cool vid. How long have we got? We just play this quick Richard Barber time lapse. Richard Barber does some great. He actually gets some fantastic shots. Actually, I don't know what he's using, but it's always crystal clear. Normally, I haven't seen this one, but oh, this is the time lapse, so maybe it won't be as crystal. You're welcome, Jim. Anytime, man. What is he doing? Has anyone else seen the sun do this in time lapse? With this line wobbling? Seen that? Yes. What the? What the? That suggests it's like vibrating, because it just seems to be going back and forth. This light. Crazy. Fires off that way as well. Right. By some sort of magnetic field or something. Oh, it looks like it bends. Actually, FPV might have a good explanation for this. Did FPV come in today? He did he? It's definitely some sort of... Crazy, Richard. That's some stock footage there, man. I think I've seen that before. Reminds me of a compass needle. It's trying to find the magnetic That's what it's doing, being attracted. Looks a bit like the Eye of Sauron. Is it in Lord of the Rings? That's what it looks like there. Look at that. Ah, it's pretty awesome. Now I like that. You brought up. Right, outro, guys. 5 minutes, perfect. Go.
Yeah. Look, no one's perfect beneath the surface. You in a circus and you got no verses, not my equal or the lesser of two.
Yeah, I think it's because it's in time lapse form, Jim. It's flicking like that. If you was recording that normally, they wouldn't flicker. It's because it's been sped up so much. That's what it is. I think they're there, but they're just because of the speed footage.
Evil's a remake of a Steven Seagal sequel. I spit venom, lethal in increments. Carve into him with sharp instruments, then implement my plan of attack to have you zigzag.
You go and check out Richard Borber and all his stuff. You'll see Jim. He's a, he ain't up to nothing. You can really see that.
Well, Jared passed me the Rizzler, bitch. You know the rest. I twist them, rip them, and light them. Jizz, you copy, paste, and bite them. I got my long sight, and it's silent night. Keep counting sheep, yo. Rhyme writers reject these bar biters. I hope they turn green from envyitis. I hope they catch a tropical virus that sends their brain capacity. Miley Cyrus. I'm like a virus connecting wireless silently through the night, projecting kindness. Be silent, you need to get focused. How can you be the dopest using hocus pocus? I will verbally take, then I'll instigate to have you white chalked and yellow tape for heaven's sake. You're at heaven's gate, doors were closed. It's bitter to be late. I drop bombs like Dempsey in his late 20s. I eat jellies that hits pound a penny. I'm getting heavy when you pray so messy. You're already waiting for the reincarnation of SETI. My defense is impregnable, inevitable. When I show you that iron mic, you turn vegetable. I'm impetuous, totally reckless. I gotta run around your bitch to give her a pearl necklace. C6 Corvette and sick Cortez. 6 tech dot saying that you're next. See, I see these Dalai Lamas. And when I give you enlightenment, bitch, that's karma. Your lack of imagination so blatant you've taken God's creation and created this abomination. Man, it's whack, cause when I blaze the green, this whole smash hole clap. So how about that? My remedy, get an enemy, get a felony, twerk bitch, spliff and sip Hennessy. Get some life skills, leave a legacy, up your energy, then come back and battle me. Your lack of metaphor set me off in Dusseldorf, just to show you how much this hollow cost. You can't implement, bro, you got no cement, bro. You have no foundations, bricks and mortar. Total slaughter, bro, I'm in disbelief. How German is calling fake flat ease. It's plain to see, I'm gonna relish this battle cause he the sauce of the beef. Bitch, these are murky with ease. If you don't shut the hell up, I'll leave you like head in your knees, yeah, crawling towards you. But we just turn away and just ignore you. Your talk is the worst I ever heard. Pile yourself a legit truth, the dude, you a cock nerd. Listen, that shit won't drop. And when you pick up that camera, your own mom wants you to stop and no block, cause you have the facial features, PP, nah. These monosyllabic, hobo, erratic, no flow, stationary, static, lyrical bad habits, you can't stand it. I slam mics and I'm not even Islamic. I'm the bravest, greatest, slash, craziest, heinous. Not even Houdini could escape from this. You program me older than Crow, man. I got more stone in both hands, you call me Duran. I crack jaws with a tiger claw. I'm running over these bitches, they park whores. I see no wordplay, no punchlines. I'm feeling hungry now, with it, and it's lunchtime. Yup, no punchlines. I'm feeling hungry. Now wits it, and it's lunchtime.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free, when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. In a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is
Hey, you're welcome.
is absolutely
You're welcome forever.
enormous.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit.
Big shout out to everyone coming today. Appreciate you coming back as well, guys. Yeah, just messed up earlier, but I'll have to do that probably in future. Actually, close it down and restart. That's no big problem though.
And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, and wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the
You're about Matthew. Have a good day, man.
Only some are aware that the government releasing poison in the air. That's the reason I collect so many guns in my lair. I ain't never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah.
You're welcome, Scotty. Hey, Tommy. Cheers, man.
Bush, the grandson of Alistair Crowley. They want you to believe the lie that the enemy Saudi. The enemy ain't Saudi, the enemy around me. It's
Finally in time to watch live 5, but I'm just closing down, bro. How you doing, 5 artists? Hope you well, man.
I know about the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah.
Thank you, Jets. Heart, everybody. Jono, Honor, even Tarbo. You got Honor, Scotty, Chills. Yeah. The Big Pine, Jim. Jimanis, Dan MC. Jamie, big shout out to Jamie, Salad.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power.
Brian, can't forget Brian.
Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into ash?
Jono, can't forget Jono. Hot Earth. And anyone I've forgotten. It was quite a good one today, wasn't it? Quite funny, actually.
The bird flu is alive.
Hey, Tommy. Thanks, Tommy. Brilliant. Nice one, dude.
Yeah, the beast has was your love made you die. It caused cancer and it cost a lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove?
Hey, cheers, Jax. Thank you.
Children in robes. Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen. It's like we all know what's going down.
Yeah, we've got to just keep pushing on, guys. That's what it's about, man. What it's about. Ignoring all the dramas and all the distractions that these globetards want to do. Just got to keep focusing. Just, hey, CL, what's up? CL 300 in the house. Welcome in, dude. And I'm about to close, unfortunately, man.
Is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real. If you can persuade them that what they see with their eyes...
Focus on the information, flatties out there. Don't focus on the drama, right? It's all a distraction. Get you talking about something else, right? Focus on the information. That's what it's about.
Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
Chlorine? What the Tarmo are you talking about? You talking about, Tarmo? Chlorine and that.
25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why?
I do like having this.
Maybe there is no reason.
I do like having
Maybe
this
there's just a
power
big
over
blue
time.
ball out there that's mostly covered with water, and we're just going.
I like
all
having
over
this power over Tarmo. There you go, Tarmo.
This is
There you go, Tarmo. Have another 10. Expiring 10 seconds that way. Hey, Chili. Big shout out to Chills as well. Brendan, big shout to Brendan.
We got your new K-Dot record. I know you a trap. Where you at, baby?
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal, sipping on a gold can, gun tuck like
Fiona.
Position, top dog coalition.
Shout out to Fiona as well.
Whoever quoted from California district. Been a corner like David Banner, I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling, hit a donut, yelling, it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take them where they can't go. Like Planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinamen squinting his eye because I'm bloody. Him, my shine is bigger than a striker lighting, and they like it him because I like the
I'm acting like this because I've got estrogen deficiency.
Until I pedal off my shoes. Welcome to the Lions Room. Challenge anybody home. Wanna try they look to get fucked up and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie.
Just our common sense everyday perception of the Earth. It is flat as far as we can tell. It is motionless as far as we can tell. And everything in the sky is revolving around us as far as we can tell.
Oh, damn.
If nobody told us otherwise, we'd logically assume that the Earth was
Sorry, I was
flat,
building a joint.
motionless, with everything in the sky.
Oh, sorry, I'll just play that outro again because
25 years I've been on the force. I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I want to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter. But why? Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water and we're just going along for the ride.
This is Mo jiggling balls in your mouth all day, every day. Hey, you tuned in to Fuck What You Heard Radio, where you can stick a dick in your ear and shut the fuck up, baby. Anyway, we got your new K-Dot record. I know you a trap. Where you at, baby?
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal,
he's in the house.
Can gun tuck like the fetal position. Top dog coalition, coexisting with the codest. Whoever quoted from California district.
And Void's been around for ages. Void, actually, haven't you, Void? Voynich. Yeah, man. Boy's been around a long time, man. Some of the old school is Boys.
I did it, take them where they can't go. Like Planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinamen squinting his eye because I'm bloody. Him, my shine is bigger than a striker lighting, and they like it him because I like to win. Never lose, put me on a pedestal. Bet I pedal victories until I pedal off my shoes. Welcome to the Lions Room. Challenge anybody home. Wanna try they luck, they get fucked up and
Boy, he's old school, man. Yeah, he is, Jack. He's been around a long time, man. Never seen his original Voynich in the. Alright, guys. Let me close this down because.
Just our common sense everyday perception.
Alright, let's. You have no problems with that last bit either. I'm doing. Taking a bit of time. I got there eventually. Cool. There eventually. Where's the chat then? There it is. Okay, all sorted. All right, guys. Yeah, have a great day, guys. Great weekend. Mikey Smith will be doing activism at an event of 10,000. Okay, you got 400 watt inverter, 32-inch TV, and we'll be showing flat videos. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. All right, guys, I will see you later, right? Have a wonderful day, great weekend, and I will see you next time, same time, 9:30 GMT next Thursday and next Saturday.